live.
Kevin's
All right.
hacking us.
Going live. Where is Kevin?
No, don't say his fucking name.
Say it
a couple more
again and he'll
times.
appear.
We're live. Hey, it kind of worked, I think. Everybody here?
I'm here.
I'm here.
There it goes.
Yep.
I see
Everyone's
it.
Wow.
on. Everyone looks normal. No one's Mr. Mackeying out.
Oh my god.
Sorry, guys. I got a bad case of the Mackies.
Did everybody wear their brown pants?
They used to be white.
Yep. That's nice. What do you have a balloon in the background?
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to.
That's for later.
Well, cheers. Let's drink for a second.
John, hit the theme song. Thank you.
You guys got like tall, skinny things. Are you guys drinking energy drinks? What do you got?
No.
Eric?
I got a bubble-free Happy Thursday spiked refresher.
Oh, yeah, we-
Well, Jesus,
The
that's a
bubble
mouthful.
spicy for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Well, at least that worked.
My wife.
I just had to get rid of
That one works too.
Yeah.
I just had to get rid of the intro. I don't know the other way to get rid of it, so we're going with that.
Yep, that
Well-
sounds good.
Welcome to the movie Podium,
Velcro.
weekly podcast.
It's about
We're
damn
very
time,
excited.
man.
I know. A weekly podcast where we collectively choose a movie to watch, and at the end of the week, we get together and talk about it. It's kind of like a book club.
But
It's
for
for
movies.
For movies.
It's 360 degrees movies.
All
Xbox
over the
360.
place.
We also came up with a set of questions to ask ourselves, such as, is this a Podium movie or a top 3 in the year of its respective release? I'm your host, Matt Scott, and I'm here with my dudes,
Matt.
Eric,
Hi.
Daniel, Dave,
Ew.
Hey,
and hello, John.
Hello.
Oh, wait. No, that's John Cena.
Hello, John.
hello, John.
Hello. Hello, John.
Hello? Oh, yes, I've got lines.
Well, this week's film is inspired by its upcoming sequel on July 26th. And without further ado, we present our next movie. And for those watching live, we're not going to go to the trailer. It is actually Deadpool from 2016. Very exciting for that
For the
trailer.
dozens in attendance.
Maximum effort.
Oh, yeah. We're busting out all the stops here today.
That's all I had. That's all I
That
had.
shit's gonna have nuts in it.
Julie said,
Oh, yeah.
Julie said, I want to see the giant heads again.
Oh, my God.
Everyone.
It's like The Sims or something. Oh, boy.
That's what you get with the Patreon.
Yeah.
You get
You can pay
get
for
big head
360.
mode.
Oh
you
my
get
God.
you get big head mode.
DK mode. Alright. Who's ready for some random ass facts? Do we have the
Oh, my God. I didn't
Do we have
put
the
it.
random ass
DK
facts
mode.
on there?
No, I didn't put that in there.
All right, since Kevin's not here, who's ready for some random ass facts?
I
Let's do it.
Oh, Kevin's song's not playing.
Oh.
What about
It's
Song.
oh dear God.
He's just cycle through them. Do you have them? Are they labeled? Like,
Some of them
are they titled so that way
I
you
think-
know what they are?
Oh, there it played. Wow, that was delayed.
No, we were.
That was
I was
delayed.
grooving to it.
It's
and then
it.
suddenly we got yanked way off course.
Oh man. Whew.
I,
I'm still trying to catch up. I'm still in 360 land.
oh boy.
I apologize for everything.
Still in DK mode.
So this got a 8.0 on IMDb, much to Kevin's chagrin.
Is that higher than Thor?
That's a
A
hell of a
point
lot
higher.
higher than Thor.
We have to stop
This
saying
mo-
his name, or
Oh,
else
sorry.
he'll appear.
No. Let him appear and try to shit on this movie because this movie's awesome.
No,
It's
we just
pretty
don't want
awesome.
him here because he's gonna cause like havoc. Gonna try to
Yeah,
call
that's
in or something. It would
We
be
need to
bad.
set up a.
You know he's
Kevin
watching.
decoy.
He was sitting there. Whenever
Yeah,
we were
he's
having all of those problems, he was sitting there laying in bed critiquing, going,
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah,
if they
I'm
would have
sure.
done it this way, they would have been started already."
If I told him once, I told him 100 times. You gotta
Wait for it.
enter the stream link 4 times.
Yeah, that's right. So this was Tim Miller's directorial debut, which is pretty impressive. This is, a pretty standout movie for a guy who's never done one. He
Yeah.
did produce Thor 2 and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, but those were obviously, he was an executive producer. So this was his first directing job. And what's crazy about it is he really hasn't done much since. He did the Terminator Dark Fate movie. But if you look at his IMDb, it's pretty light for a guy who busted on the scene with this movie.
Yeah, the second
And he for
largest
sure
rated R
busted.
movie of all time.
Yeah, and then he's not really followed it up with anything else.
Dude, what a genius ploy to put it out on Valentine's Day also.
Oh, yeah.
And then play to that like within the movie. It's just so funny.
Oh, the credits alone, the credits are so good. They're so funny. Like, I wanted to go get a drink, and I was like, I can't leave. I have to keep watching. Like, every single thing that came on the screen was funny.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Easter eggs.
So many. The taxi driver character, Depinder, was named after one of Ryan Reynolds' childhood friends that actually died by getting hit by lightning.
Oh.
Dear God.
Yeah, but a tribute nonetheless.
That was like a heavy fact.
Yeah, a little heavy. A little less heavy. In the
Yes.
comics, Deadpool garnered his healing factor from an experiment involving a sample of Wolverine's blood. The serum Wade is injected with can be seen to have drops of blood in it, implying that those drops did in fact come from Wolverine.
Yeah, part of the Weapon X program.
Yep. Which
I think
I'm
they try
excited for the
and-
new one in those terms, right? See how that kind of plays out.
The
Do they try
the
and
or-
make the shit blue that they put in him in this movie?
Mm-hmm.
the origin of Deadpool is pretty cool. Like as far as the writing and design of the character, because the guy that drew up Deadpool like was a really big fan of Spider-Man and Wolverine, and
Mhm.
was jealous of the fact that he wouldn't get to write Wolverine. So he came up with this character, and he had always heard of people whenever they talked about drawing Spider-Man that they loved it because of how easy it was to draw Spider-Man, because you just had an oval, 2 big eyes, and he took that, and then that's where a lot of the character design of Deadpool comes from.
Mm.
Look at
Yeah,
Dave.
that makes sense.
Look at Dave. He's taking Daniel's job.
I love Deadpool. He's one of my favorite comic book characters
Nice.
because
Deadpool is cool.
he's a hero that's not a hero.
Yeah,
He's just
I was gonna say,
he's
I
just
think
getting
that's the
he's just
quote.
getting revenge for his own like himself. Like he's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
selfish.
For sure. Let's see. We got Stan Lee revealed at MegaCon that his cameo in the strip club was actually not a strip club. He was in a studio box, which was edited in the strip club scene. He then sarcastically said that he was mad that it wasn't. And last one that I have is, did anybody catch the hidden Mickey in this one? You know how
Yeah,
in
I
a
don't
lot of
think so.
movies they'll have a hidden Mickey, and which I didn't know. I mean, I thought this was Fox, but it's
was.
but it's now on Disney. So I don't know if this was implemented afterwards or if this was just in the movie. But there is a hidden Mickey. So when Deadpool goes to Xavier Institute for Higher Learning, or obviously the X-Men, there's a hidden Mickey that can be seen in the hedge garden. Maybe
Okay.
it was put in after the Disney.
Well,
Put it
no,
on, I
they
don't
may
know.
because with I mean, there's so many Easter eggs in this movie, and he takes
Mhm.
jabs at, other Marvel movies like throughout throughout the movie.
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's very well they may have put a mouse in there
It could have
as
been.
like an ode or something to the Marvel
Well,
movies.
yeah. I mean, there's
Sure.
a full on playing card or trading card of Green Lantern in the movie.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
a completely different comic book company, and B, a completely different like entertainment company with WB.
There's
Right.
also
he
there's also
refers
the
to
shot.
himself as Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. And there's also the shot of a figurine of that first Deadpool that they did, that
Yeah.
terrible
Yeah,
thing
the
in like
X-Men.
X-Men.
Oh,
Yeah, Origins.
I wrote it
X-Men
down. X-Men
X-Men
Origins, Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! Like,
Yep.
yeah. So
That movie was atrocious. Saw it in theaters. Not great. Anybody else have any facts?
Nope.
I do not.
Void.
All right, Eric, Mr. DJ, you ready for questions?
I'm gonna try my best.
All right. First question we've got. Favorite thing about the movie?
I was expecting the Kevin theme.
What, John?
I was expecting the cooking with Kevin theme.
Play and he might appear.
Yeah.
John? Not Kevin. John, what was your favorite thing?
keep saying his name. He's good.
The timeline of the movie, how it rips you in with this crazy action sequence, and then they'll have to like flashback, and he's like, all right, here's how I got into this. Just the sequencing of the movie is what I thought was the most interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a very common trope in comics. Like throw you in the action, and then it's that old like, well, how do you think I got? That's me.
Narrator.
Yeah. How could you think I'd ever get into a position like this? Well, it's all started 2 weeks ago, and then they go back or they grab you with the first page or the first couple pages, and then they go back and explain it. Brian Michael Bendis is really known for doing this in his Ultimate Comics or his Ultimate Spider-Man comics.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big tool he used.
Daniel, segue into your favorite.
Yeah, that's right.
My favorite thing is that this movie is genuinely funny, and like some of the other Marvel movies, the MCU movies are funny, but this is like dirty, raunchy, hilarious comedy in a comic book movie, and that had just never happened before, and it was incredible.
Yep. I said the same thing. I mean, I just thought the combination of action and adult humor is something that we don't see in other comic movies in the same way. And I just think they don't care. I mean, it's super raunchy. Like, they don't give a shit about anything. They just attack everyone, including Ryan Reynolds himself. So I like that they can laugh at themselves. And
I mean, people are getting turned into hamburger.
Yeah, and what was the some shitty director or something was the
Don't make my
all
suit
that-
green or
Yeah.
animated.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, my favorite joke
I
in
agree
those
with you.
intro credits is that the writers call themselves the top heroes of the movie.
Yeah.
That's so funny because that's like a legitimate like tongue in cheek like we're the ones writing
We're the
this,
ones-
so
yeah,
we're better
for sure. So yeah, I agree, Daniel. That was my favorite thing as well. What about you, Eric?
I said pretty much the same thing. I just said sarcasm and ass kicking.
Yep, that's it.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave.
I mean, what Eric said is exactly what you want out of a Deadpool movie. And casting Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool was fucking perfect. them
Yep.
taking jabs at him being the Green Lantern, him just literally saying, "Please don't make the suit green or
Yeah.
CGI," as he's
So
being
good.
like carted back. The fourth wall breaking, if you've read any Deadpool comics, that's a common theme that happens where Deadpool was talking to you more than a narration. Like it's
Mhm.
it's him just stopping what's going on within the comic, telling you of something, and then going on with what's happening in the story, which leads me to my top 5.
Oh,
All right, I got my top 5 times that Deadpool breaks the fourth wall in the movie.
Nice.
okay.
Number 5 is when Deadpool's sitting on the bridge waiting for Francis and his crew to come by, and he's introducing himself as he's sitting there, like kicking his feet, just waiting for him to come along.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Number 4 is during the moment whenever we're seeing Deadpool become Deadpool. He's like making his mask and trying to figure out who he is, and there's that moment where he's like, he turns and looks at the camera and he says, "Is the mask muffling my voice?" Like, because he's worried about them not being able to hear him. Number 3 is whenever he looks at the camera and yells at Colossus, "I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to them." Number 2 is it's in the beginning of the movie. He's riding in the cab with Dopender, and nothing is said. He's like he's chewing gum or something, and gum hits the camera lens, and he looks over and he peels it off of the camera lens.
Yeah.
And then number 1 is the fourth wall break inside of the fourth wall break whenever
that was awesome.
whenever he's talking about Blind Owl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
And then he
16
comes
walls.
back and he's like, a fourth wall break inside a fourth wall break. That's like a 16
That's like
wall
16 walls.
Nice.
I love this movie.
Yeah.
Hell
Little
yes.
to say the least.
Nice.
And
very
I'm
nice.
very excited for the
I am very excited.
And with that, our least favorite thing. Let's go back to John.
Leading off again. The mutation trigger. All that. Oh, I'm like, who in the world? What sick mind is thinking of these things where his superpower is unlocked by extreme torture? Yeah, that was probably, I mean, everything but that I'm like super cool with. He's regenerative and a total fighting badass. I guess he was that before he developed Wolverine power, but yeah, the whole, oh gosh. Yeah, being deprived of oxygen, like just enough oxygen to live for like a weekend.
Brutal.
Ugh,
It's an intense scene. Like
Yeah.
gives me the
Just-
heebie-jeebies.
just
Mhm.
trying to imagine like just barely being able to catch your breath and having nothing to do about it.
Horrible.
Yep,
Daniel?
that sounds awful.
Speaking of mutations,
Uh-oh.
I have a top 5.
Hell yeah.
Oh my.
Top 5 mutations is a good one.
It's not top 5 mutations. I thought about it, but this is top 5 mutants. Period.
Okay.
Mutants. Woo.
Okay.
So
All right. Top
these
5
are
mutants.
my top 5 favorite mutants.
Okay.
Coming in at number 5 is Bobby Drake, Iceman.
Nice.
Paul Wall.
Number 4, coming in at 4, is Scott Summers or Cyclops.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Number
The
3
one-eyed Willie.
is I know I'm gonna butcher her name. Orello, I believe is her name. Storm, number 3.
Nice.
Number 2, we have Logan, Wolverine, and then at number 1, Eric
Magneto.
or Magneto.
Nice.
Nice.
Very
yeah.
cool.
Good top
Yeah,
5.
those are my two favorite. Nice. So what's your least favorite thing then, Daniel?
My least favorite thing is the same sort of thing that happened with Harley Quinn. Overexposure. When this movie came out, in the comics, in pop culture, in memes on the internet, everyone basically was like, "Oh, Deadpool prints money. Let's get Deadpool on."
Yeah.
And so, like, Deadpool was pushed into comics. He had no place in.
Yeah.
Deadpool works best as a Deadpool comic. Actually, he had a great run with Cable in a book called Deadpool and Cable, but he doesn't need to be in, every book on the stands.
Yeah.
Deadpool is very much a side character to the Marvel universe as a whole.
Right.
And
he just
so,
got
I mean, to just X-Men, really. I mean, he was just kind of that stepchild, if you would, to the X-Men that just like wouldn't join them and would just like cause them grief.
Right. He's great on his own, and it also helps that he's a street level guy. He's like on the same level as like a Spider-Man or a Daredevil. He's not that tier where he should be fighting in the big events.
right.
He's that tier below where he should be fighting
He's a
henchmen
mid-carder.
he's
a
a
mid-carder.
villain here or there, but he shouldn't be when Dr. Doom decides he's going to get the power gauntlet or infinite gauntlet or whatever, like, Deadpool doesn't need to be around for that. He's
Sure.
too unserious for world destroying stakes. Like,
Yeah.
if
Agreed.
you have
Agreed.
you have
100.
if you have Dr. Doom about to snap reality and change everything, and then Deadpool looks at the camera and goes like, Thanos did that once. That is not cool.
Hey, what's up, Alex? Alex is here just in
Hey.
time to barter with Daniel on comics.
Nah.
Dave, what was your least favorite thing?
I mean, I really don't have a lot of bad things to say about this movie. And I think, like, even if this was a good movie I'm going to turn this question around and say, like, if this was a good movie for, like, if those that if you don't like comic book movies, I feel like this was like a good, a good comedy action movie. Like, I feel like you could maybe like separate it away from being a comic book movie.
Yeah.
It's just like Red Heat. Action and it's funny.
The action is, well,
You ain't got to
Exactly
lie,
like
Craig. You ain't got to lie.
Eric,
I'm
what
not
about you?
typically an action fan, but the action in this is fucking sweet.
Yeah, it is.
It
Good.
is. My least favorite thing, I just said cancer. Because that
Yep.
sucks.
Yeah,
Ooh,
for sure.
100%.
Yeah, it gets
Yeah,
real heavy there
definitely.
for like,
Yeah. Just for
like
a little bit.
20
Yeah.
minutes. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm
I'm
glad
you
it picks
mentioned
back
the
up, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Good answer. Definitely sucks.
Yeah.
Mine was that there's not a lot of plot. I mean, it really is just Wade Wilson becoming Deadpool and then him trying to find this guy named Francis and killing Francis. Well, finding a cure and then killing Francis. So there's not really much plot in terms of, overarching, like kind of like Daniel said, there isn't in this movie before he got overexposed. This is really just a story about him and his origin, which is a testament to the movie that it's still really, really good, even though there's not much about it. It's, again, just very literal origin story.
Yeah.
So it's my least and one of my favorites. It's kind of a weird, I don't know, juxtaposition, but there's not a lot of plot if I had to pinpoint something or pick on something. All right.
Is that everyone?
Yeah, it's everyone.
Sweet.
And Alex
Break.
agrees, Daniel, that Deadpool was overexposed at this movie, and I think we all can attest to
Yeah.
that. I mean, we saw it everywhere.
Yeah.
Ryan
It's-
Reynolds, I mean, he was on the map, obviously, but this movie just like bursted everything that he was in and Deadpool itself.
Yeah.
It
It's
popped.
like Napoleon Dynamite
Yeah,
back in the day.
popped. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
If he had an easier costume to do, he would have been like the #1 Halloween costume that year.
Yeah,
Like just
you're
the
absolutely
same way
right.
that like
Yeah.
the Birds of Prey Harley Quinn was,
Yep,
or that
you're
Jared
absolutely right.
Leto's Joker, which was. We'll not talk about that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's for a different episode.
next category. Who won the
We'll
movie?
get to that.
Hmm. Eric?
I said comic book fans. Or yeah, I just said comic book fans because it's like it was like a new take on comic book movies, but like it
Mhm.
really, like Dave was saying, like it wasn't one, but it is technically. I don't know. I just thought it was
Yeah.
really cool, and
It's
I thought
very much a Deadpool movie, which
Yeah.
is
Mhm.
a huge win for comic book nerds because the last version of Deadpool they had, they took away the thing that makes Deadpool Deadpool, which is
his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what do you? That's what I hated that movie.
I mean, they even make a joke about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he's like-
"Sew your mouth shut."
Yeah, what's his response? You don't want to do that. Yeah, I said Ryan Reynolds won the movie. I picked the low-hanging fruit. But he had 2 lackluster attempts before this trying to be a comic book character. As we just mentioned, the other Deadpool and also Green Lantern. And neither of those really hit. So
Green Lantern.
resurrecting A, Deadpool, and B, his attempt at being a comic book character was pretty awesome to see. And I think that he was the MVP of this movie.
I haven't seen Green Lantern since I saw it in theaters.
Oh,
So
Russell's here. What's up, Russell?
Merc with the mouth.
Yeah. The wisecracker.
But I haven't seen Green Lantern since I saw it in theater.
Yeah,
But
true.
I always thought that he was miscast as Hal Jordan. I thought
Yeah,
he would have been a great
could see
Guy
that.
Gardner.
Mm,
Um,
yeah,
but
that
the
makes sense.
Guy is more of a smart aleck.
Yeah.
While being a badass, but I never thought that he fit as Hal.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point. Yeah, I haven't watched it since I saw it in theaters, but I can't imagine it's gotten better. You know. Daniel, who won the movie for you?
Oh, I was with you, Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
like
Dave.
this gave him a blockbuster under his,
Yep.
under his repertoire. That's big.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I said the X-Men. I said this, especially after what they tried to do with Deadpool and the X-Men Origins movie.
Mhm.
This isn't an X-Men movie, but it opened up what could be done with the X-Men, like make it better. I mean, look at Logan. Like they came out with a rated R Wolverine movie, which was awesome and significantly better than what
the Origins,
Origins was. I mean,
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, that's a good point. Ryan Reynolds did meet his wife on set, or on the set of Green Lantern. So that is one big bonus.
A big bonus.
And he probably got paid. So that's also nice. Yeah, she's kind of a babe. John?
Ryan Reynolds. What else
Yeah.
can I say? You've all said
Yeah,
it.
it's the low hanging fruit.
Yeah. The nice set of smooth criminals hanging down under, as Deadpool said it.
Man,
So I picked them just like you did. They were tantalizing.
I love the balloon floating around because it's not the iPad or whatever balloons. It's actually John's balloon.
It's a balloon.
It's not fake. It's killing me. I can't stop watching it because of the fan in the background.
We all float down here, Georgie.
Wrong
Wrong
way.
movie, bud.
Next category: favorite song moment or score scene. Dave? Oh, Daniel. Actually, Daniel got first dibs.
Go ahead, Daniel.
Oh,
It's the montage song.
yes.
The song
Sexy
where he's going through,
motherfucker!
Yeah.
where he's going through and getting all the guys leaving France. And the montage song is like, it's like literally talking about the montage of the show.
it's so
it's a
good.
fourth wall song for sure.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
it's the perfect sort of song for a Deadpool movie because it breaks the fourth wall. It acknowledges the tropes. Like it's just like, oh, okay, this is a song Deadpool himself would write, you know, to sing about his montage.
Yeah, as he's
Nice.
becoming Deadpool.
Nice.
That was my number one. I'll take I'll take the whenever you're the inspiration is playing by Chicago while he has the knife in his head and he's looking
yeah.
he's
kinda
looking
like-
at Vanessa
And it slows down.
Yeah.
He like waves.
All the little like animals are walking by her
Yeah.
that are
Oh,
drawn.
yeah.
She's like cursing at him, but you can't hear something. She's like, "You asshole!"
Nice. John?
Careless Whisper
Yeah.
by Wham.
It's a great way to end it.
Wham!
Not the proper emphasis. Wham! Thank you.
They really earned the exclamation point on this record.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Eric?
I said X gonna give it to you when they're walking into the
Oh,
final battle, but then
nice.
Oh yeah,
they stop because he forgets his fucking duffel bag of guns.
Dope.
Yeah.
What's his-
And
I can't. How do you say his name?
Dopender?
Dopender.
Dopender.
It sounds like Depender. Like
Dopender.
he's the dependable one.
Dopindr.
Depender.
He's not answering.
I do like that scene, and I like that song because it also played in the trailer, so it was like you were expecting. I mean, it just it gives that movie attitude.
Oh, yeah, you were
that
teased
DMX
with it.
attitude.
Mhm.
Yeah. Actually said when he was on the bridge singing "Shoot" by Salt. and
Yeah.
Pepper.
Yes.
If no one else brought that up, I was going to
Yeah.
make sure that
Nah,
that
yeah,
salt
that
and
was a-
pepper got brought up.
Yeah, I had to give a shout out to Salt and Pepper, but all of those ones you guys mentioned, I mean, there's so many good
It's so
ones. There's
good.
so many good lines, music. It's so well done in so many ways. This is definitely a good one for our podcast in terms of like all the categories. It hits most of the beats, so pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
Next we've got, does this movie get made now? Might not hit the beat here.
yep. Next question.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. The one thing I will say, and since I think we'll all agree that it's a yes, because July 26th, go see Deadpool and Wolverine. But I am curious, will it be as ruthless, or will they tame it a little more since we've kind of become slightly more sensitive, or however you want to say it? I wonder if there are different, or the humor's a little less. I don't know.
I mean, 2016 is
Where my dogs at?
People were still saying cancel culture and woke and all.
Yeah,
that
I think
shit
it was
in
the start of that.
So, like, I'm not. It's not gonna be. My question is more: is Disney gonna let it be?
Yeah, that's
Solid
what
point.
I was
And it
curious
is
about,
so
too.
much like society is gonna let it be.
Yeah, I hope
I've
they
also
just do whatever
heard
the
that
fuck they
like
want.
I've also heard Ryan Reynolds make some comments that he wasn't going to let that happen. That he was going to make sure that like it was true to what Deadpool was and is. Like, but we'll see.
Hopefully.
I'm gonna go grab another beer real quick.
Grab me one too.
Where my
Grab me
dogs
something
at?
else.
Russell just asked. We're all here for sure.
Yeah, we're here.
We are all DMX
If you
fans
can't
in
see
here.
us, just click the video and scroll around. It'll show everyone.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh boy. The old 360 trick. DMX, what you really want?
No, it's DMX.
Yeah,
What
Rest
you really
in peace.
want?
Ride
Yeah,
or
he
die.
earned that exclamation point.
So we'll go to the next category. Favorite line from the movie. The category song should just be Dave opening that tab. Next line.
I might have
Favorite
got beer
line.
on my computer.
John, what was your favorite line from this movie?
Don't make me take it. Talk about low hanging fruit. Maximum
There's a lot.
effort.
Oh yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Maximum
Yeah.
effort.
Which is hilarious that's the low hanging fruit. Maximum effort. I'll take the softball, please.
I thought it was Daniel's name for a little bit. Or is it because when we went off and then came back on, you changed? Or you didn't?
Oh
change
no,
it
it
back?
still is. It still is.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's still there.
oh, okay. I don't know why I don't see that.
I did
Daniel,
not know that.
what was your favorite line?
Okay. I'm going to go with one of my favorite lines that happens in the middle of them falling in love. Happy International Women's Day as she's about to peg him.
No,
Yeah.
no.
No. No.
Yeah, you can see he's like straining and he's got like veins bulging too. Like, and she tells him to like relax. She's like, relax.
It's hilarious. Dave?
God, there's so. Okay, we're going round robin, right? Like we're just gonna keep rattling
yeah.
off all our favorites. All
First,
Well,
first we name
Some
it,
of
then
us
we
will,
can-
and then you'll just be like Kevin in Red Heat.
All right, and another one.
Hey, I have no shame. Kevin
know.
should have all the shame in the world for how much he loved Red Heat.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're right.
One
You're
would
probably
say he was
thinking.
in Red Heat.
You're probably thinking, my boyfriend said this was a superhero movie, but that guy in the red suit just turned that other guy into a fucking kebab.
Nice. Eric?
You big chrome cock gobbler.
I like. Oh, Matt, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's
jumped in
there's
there.
too many. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think anybody's gonna steal any at this point. But I said, you look like an avocado had sex with an older, more disgusting avocado.
Not gently, like
Yeah.
hate fucking.
Hate.
Yeah,
Like,
Like
there
it's
was
the only
something
way that
wrong
they
with
can
the
express
relationship.
themselves without violence.
That was the only catharsis.
it's hilarious.
Alex says the superhero landing. Oh, she's gonna do it. She's gonna do it.
Oh yeah.
It's bad. It's bad on the knees. You shouldn't do.
It's almost like the studio couldn't afford another X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can now apparently.
Yeah.
Whenever Colossus goes, "Do you have an off switch?" Yeah, it's right next to the prostate. Or is that the on switch?
I had McAvoy or Stewart. These timelines are confusing. Making fun of all that convoluted X-Men
Yeah.
timeline.
Yeah.
Oh, who
All
said
the
the
dinosaurs
avocado?
feared the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Dan-
Yes. Daniel, that was my other one. It's just it's so fucking funny.
Matt, did you say the avocado one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The-
mine was right next to that, which was he's like his friend who's the bartender says,
Yeah.
your face looks like
TJ Miller.
who fucked a topographic map of
Utah.
map of Utah?
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger.
Freddie Krueger.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he says, "I look like a testicle with teeth."
That whole line or that whole bit's good because he also goes, "You will die alone if you could die, ideally."
Better for
Man,
all of us.
you know,
Better for all of us. Yeah.
I remember seeing this movie for the first time and almost going through the whole movie, and I'm like, they're not gonna fucking do it. And then he finally said it. Time to make he says time to make the chimmy fucking chongas. I thought they were gonna go the whole movie without mentioning Deadpool's love for chimichangas, but then they did.
One of my favorite lines is Weasels. He goes, that's the bartender. He goes, I'd go with you, but I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to. I like that one too at the end.
Yeah.
His friend who has bet all of his money on him dying.
That's so good. All right.
He makes a comment about having a nightmare about Liam Neeson, and he said they made 3 of those movies. At some point, you got to think he's just a bad bear.
The writers won this movie too.
Yeah.
I will say that on top of Ryan Reynolds. Ready for the next category?
Yeah, what was the thing for theirs in the credits? It was the real heroes.
The real
of this
heroes.
movie.
Yeah, the real heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and before we move on, check out our website, themoviepodium.net,
Ooh.
for koozies. And also don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel and all that yada yada.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys, and
Yeah.
hope everybody's enjoying this. This has been pretty fun. This is a great movie to review for sure. All right. Thanks, John. You can also buy balloons at themoviepodium.net. John will actually autograph that balloon
This
if
is
you
John
want.
Voight's car.
John Boyd's balloon. That's kind of
It might be
creepy.
flat by the time.
So yeah, just thanks for hanging out and like the video and all that. All right, next category. We've got most rewatchable scene. That's right, Russell. They are great stocking stuffers. These, not John's balloon, but these are good.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, don't
John's
put
balloon,
that in
too.
there. For the love of God, protect your children.
You just-
Stay away from John.
here's your stocking, kids, for Christmas. Is this just a deflated balloon, Dad?
Why is my stocking crusty?
Oh
God!
What the fuck is wrong
We need-
with you?
We
Don't-
need to-
What are we doing? Yeah, what are you?
Don't make me kick you out of here.
I don't even think I have a good song for that. Dang it.
Put him in the penalty
Or a
box.
good sound bit.
Yeah.
All right. So most rewatchable scene. I'll
That's
say
a 5-minute major.
my favorite, or one of my favorites, was the first scene as he's become Deadpool, and it's just like a big fighting montage of him trying to find Francis, and he's just destroying everyone.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, for me, it's that opening scene where he's already in the car, like whooping everyone's ass.
Yeah.
And then, so it's that opening credits montage where it's just
Yeah.
if one dude already has the cigarette lighter burned on his forehead or whatever.
Yeah.
Which brings me back to another. No, I'm not going to use that quote. That quote is too filthy for you.
Well, I'll say it. I'll say it. I never
for it.
say this, but don't swallow.
Alex said he was rocking his T-shirt on the 4th of July. Hell yeah, Alex!
Nice.
Rocking mine now, baby.
I'm
let's
gonna
see.
jump
Yeah,
in here, and I'm
Go
just
for it.
gonna say I agree with Daniel. The opening scene
Nice.
where he jumps from the bridge.
Yeah, it does catch your attention. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
but they do such a good job of basically setting the table for the rest of the movie in terms of this is what to expect. It's going to be
Yeah.
filthy, violent, and hilarious.
Yeah.
Right?
I really like when he holds up the child drawing and says, "Have you seen this man?"
Yes. Oh, that is such a good. That
See,
alone is
that's-
a good 80
That's
repeat.
you can break down specific moments and
Yep.
throughout that fight scene, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
My favorite part was is he's got 12 bullets. He's like, well, I'm just got to make it work. I got 12 bullets. And he says, let's count it down. And it's whenever he gets to the 5th bullet, he shoots the grenade in that mercenary's hand, blowing them up. And he does this little twirl and says some phrase in Spanish, like he's like, "Oh, tapito," and then but then he gets shot up the ass. And then he's laying there on the ground, like just with like that, right after he got shot, and he just says 4, and then you see the gun point up between his legs and shoot the guy.
I mean, along those lines, just seeing the bullet go through those 3 dudes' heads in a row is pretty hilarious too.
I think my favorite, if I'm breaking it down into a smaller chunk, is when he shoots. He has 4 left, and he goes 3, 2, 1, all in the dude on the ground.
Oh yeah,
Because that was
stupid.
Worth it.
Worth it.
Bad
John?
Deadpool. Good Deadpool. Yeah. Mine have been taken already. The highway chase was my number 1, but I guess if I had to pick another rewatchable scene, if it's not basically the montage of him becoming Deadpool, with the sarcastic, self-referential song playing, which we've already covered as well in a different category.
Yeah, that's a great scene though. All right. Next we've got casting most likely to be the off-screen drunk.
Everyone knows the answer.
Dave,
It's Kevin.
and he is off screen tonight.
Drinking with Kevin. Drinking with Kevin.
You're saying his name.
You could say Booth. You could say Buck. You could say anyone at Sister Margaret's, but it's Kevin. It's Kevin though.
Booth? Buck?
I said Wade Wilson just because his life has turned to shit there for a little bit.
He can't die.
I'm going with Weasel.
Oh yeah, you could go with Weasel.
Weasel's
I'm
a
gonna-
drinker.
Yeah,
I went with Colossus because he has to hang out with Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and she's just she's a teenager, and that's got to be rough.
Listen, he's also Russian, and we know Russians like their vodka.
That's true.
yeah, that's a good point.
Whenever he finds out that girl's name, and he's like, "What? It's
the coolest name.
It's the coolest ever."
All right. Next we got.
I had an
sorry,
answer
John.
For the off-screen drunk. The blind
chime
woman who was like
Oh.
Al.
figure of
Her name's Al.
Al.
Blind Al.
Thank you, Al. Did someone already?
She
say
loves
Al?
cocaine.
Well, she's got to fucking, curb that cocaine with some alky. You got to balance it out.
You gotta go with
But-
the downer after that upper, man.
Yeah. Also funny when his little baby hand is growing back and stroking her. Just so weird. Yeah. Plus, she has to deal with the stuff that she's overhearing due to her oversensitive, overcompensated, sense of hearing.
Yep.
Yeah, and
That's a good
Weasel and
point.
her get drunk at the end
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
because Weasel's
He
like,
goes,
"Where's
"You want to get fucked up?"
asking about the alcohol."
Yeah.
So that is a good answer.
When their parts in the movie are done.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. All right, next we got casting our friends.
No, you went first last time. I'm going first this time, Daniel.
Okay.
All right, Dave, let's do it.
All right, I've got Matt as the recruiter, aka Agent Smith, just because you guys look so much alike. It was so like Matt, whenever you slick your hair back, like whenever you're going to the wedding or some shit, like you look exactly like that.
Oh boy, I can see it. Yep.
I've got Eric as Colossus because I just feel like Eric is just gonna try to pull Deadpool back in, like, quit being such a fucking dickhead. Like, come join us. Like, just come be a hero like the rest of us.
When will you see the light?
I originally casted Daniel as Buck because of whenever what's her name grabs a hold of Buck's nuts inside of Sister Margaret's, and it's just like, no, you don't do stuff like that. That's bad. But then I got to thinking, I was like, no, Daniel is Weasel because he's there to help out Deadpool, but once it comes to like really needing something would help, but I'm not going to. That line right there is Daniel.
Yeah,
and
I was gonna go.
That's a really good point.
And then whenever they go to the strip club to find Vanessa, Weasel just goes off and is sitting there watching dancers and just says, "Oh yeah, she went out back. Here you go find her."
He got distracted.
I originally casted John as Weasel because I think we could all see John as Weasel, but then I switched it. And I was like, no, John is Blind Al.
It's pretty spot on.
Just cocaine. And then Kevin's Dopender, because he's just doing his job.
And Kevin does love work.
And
Kevin
he
loves
driving.
Dopender's just doing his job.
Loves
takes
driving and
orders.
loves
Like,
work.
He has I told you, what is he like? Has his romantic rival tied up in the trunk?
Yeah.
And basically does
Deadpool's
whatever
like,
Deadpool
that is very
said.
bad. No, you did a great
It's
job.
great.
Alex-
Also, I want to follow that up and
Go
expand
ahead.
in that Kevin would be the one to like, be like calm, but then as soon as someone like, they're like, yeah, go for it, he's gonna overreact and tie someone up in the trunk of his fucking car.
Yeah, that's fair. Alex cracked me up with this one. He said, sorry, I was making dinner and wasn't at the keyboard. The answer is Kevin, referring to the off-screen drug.
That is correct.
We are all in agreement.
You got to be quicker than that, Alex.
Daniel, do you want to go next?
Sure. Okay, so for the cast, I have Deadpool is Mr. Tommy because Mr. Tommy's such
good
a
answer.
smartass that
Yeah.
if he became a murderer like Deadpool is, he would be cracking jokes the whole time and like making the person feel real bad about themselves right before he blew their head off.
Yeah.
Yep.
For Vanessa, I have Dave because hot.
Yeah, for sure.
For Eric, I have Colossus because he's like a good dude who would try and like
Oh my God.
build you up and get you
we may
to do
all
the
have
right
that.
thing, unless it's Kevin. For me, I have Negasonic Teenage Warhead because I'm a moody bitch. And then for Weasel, I had John because John would think he'd be helping you and just say like, yeah, you do look like a piece of shit today. And, like, you're hideous to look at. Like,
Yeah, he's just
Better
real
against
straightforward.
your life here.
Yeah.
Trying to be
And he
friends.
he wouldn't be meaning it maliciously.
Yeah, it's not
but
mean.
he would
It's
just
just
be so fried that he'd
Yep.
just be like, "Whew, you're hard to look at, buddy."
John's a straight shooter.
There's
Yeah.
no way to put it diplomatically here, bud.
I'm gonna follow that up and say that I put John as him too. More because of the delivery of the lines. Like his energy level is like down here when he's talking. That seems like Johnny sometimes.
That's awesome. Eric, who else?
Yeah,
did
but
you
John
have?
would also try to find a roommate on Craigslist, like Blind Al.
Oh.
I only
Eric,
had that
who else?
one. I only had
Okay.
that one.
John, did you have anybody?
I had Mr. Tommy. Daniel, you had Mr. Tommy as Deadpool because of the
Yes.
quick wit, and he's always firing back.
That's such a good one. I
Yeah.
couldn't think of
Yeah.
any of us. That's a good one.
Matt, I had you as girlfriend of Deadpool. I don't know why.
Hell yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take it. She's a
Because
babe.
No, it's Dave because
I probably had a daydream of like you kissing Tommy.
What? It's a weird dream, but all right. buddy.
Eric, I had you as Weasel. I
Okay,
don't
cool.
really know why. Yeah, just eminent backup. Like, all right, here at whatever, I forget the name of the bar.
Sister Margaret's.
Sister Margaret's. Yeah, he knows the rules. He'll, keep everything held down even while getting choked. And
Yeah, I would help you, but I don't want to.
yeah, there are other things at play. Daniel is the bad guy just because I feel like that's typical default. Like Daniel's the bad guy. Kev is Colossus because I felt like he is like the Russian like working class guy. Just putting his head down, trying to do work. You need to become one of us working class proletariats.
Yeah, lecturing you too.
That is
does
a
like
good
to
one.
lecture.
That is a good one because Colossus is very like by the book, follow the
Yeah,
rules, and
like,
Kevin
let's get it
loves to
done.
follow the rules.
Oh, he is a rule man.
It's hilarious. Nice, very nice.
Very
I didn't
nice.
have a ton. I definitely had the same as you guys, other than John, for Eric as Colossus. It's funny we all kind of saw it, but Colossus is trying to be the good guy, the nice guy. Like, don't shoot him. Like, don't kill him at the end. And he goes on that big rant.
Yeah,
And he just
there are 4 or 5 moments.
And he hurls.
so awesome. That's definitely Eric, especially the hurling, like that reaction.
Yeah, I would. I probably would hurl in that scenario.
Sure. And the only
hurler,
other
too.
person I had
okay.
was Cody as Francis, because I feel like he would be the one plotting some scheme for making superhumans.
Yeah,
Capitalizing.
Yep. Cody.
Controversial.
So last two
Plotting
we've
and
got.
scheming.
That's
Or
right.
not giving it out.
Got 2 more. We got our podium rolls. So
Is this for this movie or for?
I knew.
it's Podium movies, right?
Or rolls.
No,
Yeah, is this a
Where'd
dinner
you go?
roll or a butter
no,
roll?
we haven't always done rolls. It's movies.
We don't get
He's not
no
even here.
rolls.
I know.
We don't get no rolls.
So yeah, is
Yeah,
this
so
a podium
is just
roll?
A layup line.
It
Yeah.
is. It really is. And yes, for Ryan Reynolds, and all intents and purposes, definitely a yes for Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He is
Yes,
Deadpool,
sir.
and he does such a good job in all the movies. And again, why we're doing this is because we're excited for the new one. So yeah, I think this is definitely on his podium.
I
Yeah.
think it's yes across the board for
I agree.
everyone, really.
There's I only wrote down 2 other people, Marina Baccarin, which
Mhm.
is or who is Vanessa. Since she's a main character, but if you look
Yeah.
up her IMDb, it's pretty light from a movie
She's more of a
standpoint.
TV actress.
Daniel
than she
knows
is-
her from Firefly
Yeah.
and
She was great in
Gotham.
Firefly.
And she's really good in Gotham and Homeland as well. And she's good in all of those, but somehow has not made it onto the screen too much more than Deadpool. So yes for her. And then TJ Miller is his friend
Mm-hmm.
and or Weasel, and him as well. If you look up his movie or his IMDb, he's got a lot of voice acting. He's always the same kind of character. He's a sarcastic friend, like in She's Out of My League. But this one's one of the ones that I think he stands out the most. So I would say yes for him as well. And you might
Yeah.
know him as from Silicon Valley.
Mhm.
And other than that, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Ryan
I
Re-
have no
no,
Yeah, I agree.
other opinions.
yeah,
On the cast, yeah, I didn't dig that deep.
Yeah.
no, there's not much to dig. Surface level, baby. But in all reality, yeah, I would say
Yeah.
yes, an astounding yes for all of them.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
This-
looked at Miranda Baccarin's
Yeah,
IMDb
you'd
or
think
just
she'd
her
be in more.
filmography on Wikipedia, and I was like, anything I'd heard of it was a very minor role.
right. Yep. And then anything she's big in, it's TV.
Yeah,
Well, even Ryan Reynolds, is this on his podium?
Oh,
Did we already
100.
go
This
into
is
that?
his
Yeah.
number
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
for,
Oh,
I would say for me at least. I don't,
Yeah, so
He's a weird-
almost everyone under him too, you would think.
yeah, he's a weird case because he doesn't have a ton of movies that are really that good. Like,
yeah. He's like more famous. He was more famous than he should have been. Then Daredevil hit, and now it feels like he's as famous as he should be.
yeah, it's a really weird case study, but
Because like he was good. He was good in like Van Wilder
Yeah, sure, but
playing that character, but that's like a shitty comedy. A
Yeah,
shitty teen
I don't-
comedy.
I think he was just funny and good looking, and he just made a name
Yeah.
for himself without making a lot of good movies, and so
Yeah,
this finally kind of tied it up.
Finally,
There was
a
one
good
movie that he
found
made
him.
that I really liked, where he was like trapped in a coffin underground.
Buried.
Yeah,
Buried,
I
yeah,
thought that was pretty good.
and
I
waiting's
never
not
want to watch
bad.
it again, but it was like pretty gripping.
Yeah, waiting's not bad. The movie
Yeah,
about
but again, waiting's like that same
I
sort
know
of
it is.
character as Van
They're all
Wilder.
very, very similar. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Van Wilder and Adventureland, which we were
Wait,
gonna
Ryan
do.
Reynolds was waiting. I thought that was Dane Cook.
Both.
Oh, maybe no, it's Ryan Reynolds, right?
Are they? both in it?
Dane Cook's a cook in that movie, I think.
Yeah, I think they're both. In
It's in his name.
Yeah.
it. We were gonna do
Were they
Adventureland,
waiting in
but
water?
we switch it to this. But
Oh, it
again,
is Ryan
same
Reynolds. Okay.
character. Like
Mhm.
he played the same character for a decade and then hit Deadpool. I mean, minus the Green Lantern stuff, but yeah, I think this was definitely on his list.
Yeah.
All right, last category we've got. Does this make the podium list for the year 2016? All right, Johnny, what do you think?
I think it's fighting for it.
What else do you got on
Um,
there?
I have The Founder. I think is solidly on my podium. And Hail Caesar, which is
You would.
directed
You
by
The Coen brothers. Your boys.
pet directors of mine, the Coen
Yep.
brothers. But I have it fighting for third place with Ouija Origin of Evil.
What?
What?
That's amazing.
You were. This is John's Kevin moment.
Yeah.
Hey,
Because
The Thomas-
I'm
Don't back
gonna go
down from
next.
them.
I'm gonna
Thomas
go
Crown
next.
Affair is a
Fine,
comedy.
David. Don't back down.
I'm gonna go next because
All right, go
this-
ahead.
wow,
Let me
you
out.
picked
Ouija.
you picked those
None of
movies,
those movies.
whenever the ones I'm about to say were available.
Okay.
Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rogue One
Where's
was
that
it.
for you? Number 3?
I'll put
Oh, definitely
no.
maybe.
I'll put
that is a good one. Nice call.
I'll put
Julie. I
Civil
forgot
War.
about that.
I'll put Civil War at number 3.
Okay.
Marvel Civil War.
Yeah,
or
Captain America. Civil
Captain
War.
America. Rogue One at 2, and then Deadpool number 1.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, Julie has a good point. I forgot about Definitely Maybe. That's a really good movie with Ryan Reynolds. More of a romantic comedy, but
Mhm.
still. I kind of forgot he did have a couple of those. Wasn't he in?
The
He was in the
Proposal
proposal.
with-
Yeah,
Oh,
which a
yeah,
lot of
the
people like.
Proposal was
Yeah,
pretty
I
the
had
Yeah.
proposal was really good.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think that one was. I mean, obviously a huge hit for him, but yeah. Anyways, all right, Daniel.
For me, I have a different Marvel movie at number 3. I have Doctor Strange.
Hmm.
Because when I saw that was my first 3D movie, and
Nice.
it was like my first like non-red and blue glasses. 3D.
Yeah.
Terminator 2 at Universal. Yeah.
Right. It was the first one. It was the first one where you put on like the clear glasses and you still got the 3D effect, and it was really well done. Like the 3D was really cool in that movie.
Yeah.
So just that, and like I've watched it back, and it's still like a pretty good. It's a pretty good Marvel movie.
Oh,
It's
I
nothing
really liked it
spectacular.
not in the non 3D format too.
Yeah, but in that 3D format, I just have really, really fond memories of that movie, of watching it in 3D. So
Nice.
Doctor Strange is number 3. Number 2 is Deadpool. And number 1 is Rogue One.
Nice.
Yeah.
Eric.
I had number 3 is Moana.
Nice.
Number
I wonder
2 is
if somebody do that.
Deadpool.
Hmm.
And then number 1 is Rogue One.
Oh wow, some Rogue One fans here. Nice.
Oh God,
Dude,
it's so
Rogue
good.
One.
I mean,
It's
I liked
awesome.
it too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I liked it too for sure.
Well, and that's saying a lot from Eric, because that's not a happy ending movie.
No,
Also
That's
true.
Eric's number
It-
1 movie. That's
it sure is not.
I'm surprised Eric didn't say Zootopia.
But I have Moana on there, and Moana is way
Moana.
better.
Yeah,
than
You did
fucking
not
Zootopia.
surprise-
I've
Yeah.
seen it so much I must have blocked it out, because when my kids run into a
John.
movie, I've seen it 100.
John, I don't
goddamn
know how the fuck you picked your movies, but your list was great, man.
Ouija 2 is amazing.
Yeah, that's
It's
that's a
amazing.
star.
I might
And
get you a
it- and
movie
it-
poster of that.
And a Star Wars movie came out, and you're like, nah, not the Star Wars movie. Not the
Oh,
really,
yeah,
really good Star Wars movie. Not probably the best Star Wars movie since
You
the
tell him
original
about
movie.
Ouija.
Oh, when we did that crossover episode with those boys from England,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was like Halloween. That's
Yeah.
when I watched. Someone recommended it to me. They're like, "This is a sneaky good movie," and it ended up being so for me, at least.
That's awesome. I love it.
I'm just saying that John leaving
gonna
out
get
a
you a
Star
Ouija
Wars
too.
movie is a very surprising move.
It means that Ouija was that good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it must have been
check
really
out
good.
Ouija 2: Origin of Evil.
Or Deadpool and Wolverine.
Before you check out any of that,
Ouija 2. What's it streaming on?
Oh my God.
streaming on Netflix. I think.
Oh, nice. All right. So ones that we didn't hit that I wrote down was Sausage Party.
Was that good?
It was kind of funny.
I don't know. I saw like what it was about, and I was like, yeah, it doesn't seem good. But I didn't watch it,
it's
so I don't
kinda
know.
Funny. It's not bad. You also had Arrival with Amy Adams. That was decent.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
I mentioned Zootopia. Manchester by the Sea was a really good movie. Not a happy one, but still good. And also Everybody Wants Some, which is kind of a pseudo sequel to Dazed and Confused, but about a bunch of college baseball players. It's a pretty good movie. But that kind of leads me into my top 3. I had War Dogs at number 3.
Oh, that's a good one.
Is it better
Yeah.
than Ouija 2?
Yes.
I don't know. I haven't seen Ouija 2.
So it's on your
you
list?
Be the judge. War Dogs versus Ouija 2.
I had La La Land at number 2 because
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
You would.
And
Of course.
I actually had Deadpool at 1. And I
Nice.
wouldn't, going into this, I probably would have had La La Land or maybe Rogue One. But then I
Yeah.
did more research and looked up what came out. And then I watched Deadpool and I was like, oh shit, this is probably the best. For me at least, this was the best movie. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot about how funny it was.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it in a while. Or, well, no, I actually watched it like a month ago. Now that I said it.
Oh, nice.
But before
Well, I
that, I
saw
hadn't
it
seen it in a while.
About a week ago.
All right. Well, I think we can wrap this up at 10:30. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
everybody that hung out and stayed on with us.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties, unless you wanted to see us in
How do I
360
make-
mode, which I don't really understand why that's a thing. But thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks
Uh,
everybody.
Dankeschön.
Oh, there you go. There's our 360. It's amazing.
That's not the big head mode though.
Big head. Oh, it's so good. Well, thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also follow us on your favorite social media platforms, and please check us out for our time travel stuff. Eric just put out a really awesome video on a time travel video. John's about to go time traveling here. I don't know
John
if it's
is
Interstellar or
the time cop. No, he's the
Yeah,
time cop.
oh yeah, that's fair. He is time cop. So if you want to see who wins that, please watch that video. Eric did a great job, and maybe you'll see John, or he'll find himself. All right, thanks, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Au revoir.